It occurred to me that we have not talked about prison wine in these videos yet. We call it Pruno, and it's the inmate's version of moonshine. And it gets you, as I would learn, extremely fucked up. I don't know the recipe exactly. I know it involves a shitload of oranges and tons of sugar. In prison, every gang or set has a specific person who has a hand for making prison wine. And that will be their job. That's like, they don't do anything else but make the Pruno. And it's tough work. It takes so many oranges and so many packets of sugar and a lot of time just to make a bag full of wine. So it was very valuable. One time this dude actually snitched on a group of guys, a group of norteños who were making prison wine, and those guys got let off to the hole, and the guy who ratted ended up getting stabbed. He didn't die, but they were trying to kill him, and that's because that's serious shit. People need to drink on the outside and on the inside. So you don't fuck with somebody who's making a batch of Pruno. And if you've ever been in jail or prison, you'll notice there's always a few guys that always want your fruit. So in every meal, you get an orange, whether it's a hamburger day, sloppy joes, fucking shepherd's pie, whatever kind of crap they're feeding you, it will always come with an orange on the side. And there'll always be one or two dudes who will always want somebody's orange, right? But they don't eat it right there. They take it back to their cell. Those are the guys making Pruno. And what they'll do is they'll just accumulate a shitload of oranges and, squeeze them down and add packs of sugar and essentially let it ferment. Now, I know it's a little trickier than that. I'm not saying that I know the recipe exactly, but that's kind of how it works. And I had never had it before, but I heard you had to be careful because you take too much of it, you'll black out and come to with somebody's dick in your mouth. So one time I'm working in the kitchen and lots of Pruno was made in the kitchen, obviously, right? Because you got access to all the fruits. And they were having a party for this Latino dude who was getting ready to get out. He was involved in one of the sets. And so everybody was drinking, getting fucked up. And I said, you know what? I'm going to have my first cup of Pruno. Why not? And I just got a little Dixie cup, a little plastic cup. And my buddy filled it up with prison wine. And I took one sip and I immediately started tearing up. It was like drinking battery acid or something. It was next level disgusting. There was so much sugar in it that it was like, it felt like it was flammable, right? Like worse than any kind of like bottom shelf vodka that you've ever tasted. But I'm in prison and I'm miserable like everybody else. And come on, let me just hold my nose and toss it down my throat. So I did that. And, I start to feel it in the back of my neck and I'm feeling good. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. This isn't so bad. And so I take 2 more little Dixie cup shots of it. And that's when it turned black. I can't tell you how much time passed. I can't tell you how I got there, but I came to in the produce closet and I was lying behind these big sacks of flour at the back of the closet. I had vomit all over my shirt and I had a splitting headache. So I kind of stagger up and I walk out of the closet and everybody is gone. There's nobody else in the fucking kitchen. And then this alarm starts ringing and now my head is like throbbing. I can barely stand up. I start puking again on my clothes and my shoes. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going blind. I start staggering towards the door and I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? Like, I thought it was like a jailbreak or something because you're never not accounted for in prison. Like you're counted everywhere you go. You're counted in the morning. You're counted when you go out to yard. You're counted when you get to work. So I was like lost in prison. And as I'm walking up to the door, I see the CO on duty run up to me and he goes, inmate, on the wall. And in my drunk stupor, I just put my hands on the wall. He busts me in the back of the neck. He handcuffs me. I continue puking all over myself as I'm being led away in handcuffs. And long story short, they thought I had escaped. They had completely lost me somehow. Everybody had left their shift and I was missing. That's what that alarm was. They thought I was trying to bust out when in reality, I just blacked out and passed out on the floor in the back of a closet. So they quickly realized what was going on. They sent me to medical to get an IV in my arm because I was puking and throwing up. And then they sent me to the hole for 10 days. Hey guys, if you like that video, make sure to check out the full episode right here and subscribe to the channel right here.